Do believe in marriage, but if you're tired of marriage as a young woman, please leave. Yes, leave. You have to leave so that you will leave. Yeah, welcome back, ladies. Today's video was prompted by news on social media of one barrister, Destiny Adaeze Ikpeama of Nigeria. She's a barrister who was, beaten to death by her supposed husband. You see, when I came across this news on the internet, I wasn't myself. I sobered throughout that night. Okay, especially when I think of her being a barrister. I mean, what has come over women? Where was it written in the scripture that it is a law for a woman to remain in the house, whether good or bad? We know that on the day you were taking your vows in the church or wherever, you said till death do you part. But my dear, there is no one that is worth dying for. The only person that has shed his blood for us is Jesus Christ on the cross. Your blood is no longer needed. Instead of you to remain in that marriage and be killed or die in that marriage, please pack your things and leave. It is better to be alive, to enjoy your life, than to die in the marriage and your forgotten story. Yes, this is my candid advice, because when I heard of this story, I couldn't lay my hands on any justification of why a woman should be beaten to death and her husband allowed to go freely in Nigeria. Okay, let me break it down. Went to this bride's parents' house to seek for her hand in marriage, married her, said I do to her. You are the one who went to the father's house. You are the one who paid the bride price, who begged this woman, who told her, who asked her to marry you. And yet she agreed. She bore your children. And even at death, we were told she was pregnant. That her husband literally, punched her on that pregnancy until she died. We were also told that the woman was taken to the to the hospital, that man still went to the hospital to remove the oxygen mask from her, so that he wanted her dead. Oh my God. See, marriage, don't get me wrong, do not get me wrong at this point. I know I have a lot of advice on how a woman should stick to her husband, should be patient, but see, don't be deceived. It is not this kind. When your life is under a threat, when you are in a toxic relationship such as this and you still remain there, hey, this is no longer dying for love. It is dying for nothing. You're simply going to die for nothing. So the best thing to do is to what? Please let that man go. That man who couldn't handle or protect you like a husband, let him go and live your life. Who says that there are no relationships in Nigeria that are thriving real good? Who says that women are not enjoying marriage? I know that the reason most women are, dying in silence in most Nigerian marriages today is because the society has made you believe that, all marriages are the same. This is how it is. No matter what a man does to you, even if he's killing you or he's battering you, you have to remain in that marriage. That your forefathers, the women remain in the marriage, so you have to remain. My dear, the men of old never treated their women, their wives, this way. In those days, I read and I was told that when a man gets married, he doesn't even allow the woman to work. It is a sign of protection that he is capable as a man to provide for the wife. Okay, he doesn't allow the wife to be hurt. He fights for the wife. He reverences the wife. But today, it is not so. When a married woman complains to the husband that, oh, I'm tired, honey, please, I just need to rest, it is time that you are lazy. That your mates out there are working in the office, your mates out there are doing one thing or the other, that you are not fit to be married. Hey, my dear, there is nowhere it is written in the scriptures that singleness is a sin. In fact, it is better to remain a good and an unstained single woman than to get married and die in that marriage. You went to the father's house, seek for her hand in marriage. You never saw her as a witch. She married you. She brought children for you, only for you to use your hand to kill another man, forgetting that you two were born by a woman. I mean, come to think of it. We, in this generation, the society have elevated marriage in a way that, you know, even when young women are dying, who just got married newly, are dying in the marriage, they have no right to even tell anybody. See, merely doing this, there are so many things at stake. Women, ladies, our future generation is at stake. The children we're bearing is at stake. The female gender is at stake here. Now listen, gone are those days we began to hear, I think it was around 2018, 2019 stroke 20, we kept on hearing how women were pouring their husbands acid, how they were, you know, using guns, acid, or killing their husbands and whatever. Now, if, you know, men are treating their wives this way, tell me how will the dragon inside of those women not come out? In those days, in the days of the men of old, we never heard of such news. In fact, it was a taboo for a woman to kill her husband. When women are being beaten, they're bringing out the dragon in them. See, women are reacting on social media. Some of them are pouring. Before you want to beat a woman now, the woman is already with a knife. Why? Because of, you know, she's trying to, you know, herself. Because of the things she might have been hearing that the society is not helping, let her help herself. I believe this is what is happening. I am not in support of this, but I am just bringing to the table what is going on. And I want women to be abreast with all this that is happening. Marriage is not a do or die affair. Marriage it's not by force. It is not by force, and it is not a must that you must be married. I know at this point right now, some of you might be asking, okay, what's really going on with Barrister Destiny, you know, Adeze Ikpeama? This is what went on. That she got into, you know, a fight with her husband. That is domestic violence. And the husband punched her. She was pregnant at that time. The husband punched her and punched the baby in her womb until she bled, almost half dead, before she was rushed to the hospital. Evidence says, have it that the man went to the hospital and literally used his hand to remove the oxygen mask that was fixed for the woman, you know, in the bid of surviving. Is that not treacherous? Could someone sit down and call such a man a husband? If you're a man, you're watching my video right now, listen. The reason why you were called a husband is not for you to batter a woman. In fact, if you are that type that beats a woman, that's stupidity in its highest peak. It doesn't make you a man at all. Rather, it reduces you. Do you know that you are God in that home? The woman, the reason we are referred to as the weaker vessel is because where we are not emotionally strong enough, where we are not getting it right, you need to find a way to put it right for us. But it's not by emotionally and physically abusing a woman. In fact, any man that beats a woman is stupid. It's stupid. A man is supposed to act like God in that home. You are the God that your wife and your children are seeing. We are told God is loving. If God is not loving, He would have created you and put you in that position. God's loving kindness never ceases. God is protecting. Alright? Those qualities in God are supposed to be in you as a man. So where is that, you know, dragonian, or how do I put it now? Forgive me. Attitude coming from? The devil is ravaging marriages and family. I want to live in what a world where people will be free. Alright? Where marriages were sweet. Where people testify that the union God created is what? Is ultimate. Marriage is bliss. You know, our society has so much designed, you know, marriage negatively that every woman, every Nigerian woman most especially, thinks that when you get into marriage, you need to endure. No! There are people who enjoy marriage in this country. That enjoys marriage. A man who knows what it takes to what? To take care of a woman. They exist. Remember, I said so many things are at stake. The number 2 thing that is at stake is our the future generation, which include our children. Children present and children unborn. Okay? If you have a girl child and you're a man, you're battering your wife, any little thing you slap and they are watching. Whether you have both male and female children, they are watching you. You're just simply passing a message to that girl child that, oh, when you grow up and get married, even if your husband beats you this way, do not tell me. That is the message you are passing. Because the little girl who just got married, what will endure, even if her husband starts beating her, she'll say, oh, I have seen my father beat my mother. It is like this. It's always like this, so let me bear. Until your own daughter might die in the marriage, she might not be able to tell you because she sees it as normal. That is the message you are passing to our unborn generation. Please, men, women watching me right now, have a change of heart. Let's make this world a better place. It all starts from our family. It all starts from how we handle our marriages. It starts from both the man and the woman. And it's what? It radiates towards the children. Love starts boiling from the home, and from the home these children pick up such love and go out and what, and start dispensing. Please, no woman deserves to die in marriage. In fact, Nigerian government, let me pause to say this. Nigerian government, I am using this medium to call on you. I might not be anybody to address the Nigerian system, but we know for some time being now that corruption has been ravaging our society. I was even told that this man has been released of the authority that apprehended him earlier. And was told that he has been freed. Please, Nigerian government, domestic violence should be made a crime in Nigeria. I believe it is one of the ways that, marriages will enjoy peace. Because by the time couples remember that, oh, they are getting into a fight, they quickly adjust. Yes, we are not perfect yet. Nobody deserves to die in marriage. No woman deserves an abuse. Well, finally, before I end this video, I just want to drop some few tips. Shouting or ranting like this might not really wake up Barrister Adeze Destiny Ikpeama. But I believe that this video getting to 10, 20, 100 and 1,000 women, the few ones will pick the sense to where it matters to them, and it may work something out in their life. That is what I feel. That is why I came on air today to talk to our women, and including myself. I want to say this. I see women ranting on social media that they want justice. They want justice for Barrister Adeze Destiny Ikpeama. They want justice. Even at that, even if justice is said, the dead cannot rise up again. Barrister Destiny Adeze Ikpeama cannot come back to life except for a miracle. Why am I emphasizing on this? If you're a lady watching me, instead of you to die in marriage, if the marriage is not working, please take a walk. It is better to leave, pack your things and leave for you to live. It is better to be alive. See, she's given birth to some children, to some kids in that marriage. Now that she has died, if the man later on decides to go and get another wife, who is going to best take care of those kids? Nobody. But assuming the barrister left that marriage, and what's come to us, if these children are grown, they will look for their mother and they will have somebody to call their mother. But now she's dead. That space has been left vacant. That is point 1. And point 2, you're a man watching me. Please treat your wife the way you want your daughter to be treated. Remember, I said if we don't do this, we are putting our unborn children and the ones that are present now at risk. Do not die for nothing. You only die for somebody who treats you right. And in that sense, somebody might say, oh, you die for love, fine. But if you are sticking with somebody who abuses you, who do not respect you, do not respect your family, emotionally abuses you, beats you up, you will die for nothing. Have sense. And for the society, do not pressure a young woman that is of marriageable age into something she is not prepared for. The society have a way to corner young women into something they never prepared for. How? Insults. Through mimicking them. through embarrassing them, especially Nigerian parents. If you're a Nigerian mother, you are watching me, please do not pressure your female children who are of marriageable age into what? Into marriage. I hear some women who their daughters will come home from marriage to report to, or to say things like, oh, this is what I'm passing through in marriage. You will see such mothers sending back those daughters back to their husband's house to continue to face that hell. I mean, this is inhuman. It is inhuman, you know. I just wish I live in a society I can control. I can control relationship. I can make everybody happy, and you know, the world would be a better place. If marriages work, the world will definitely work. So please, I'll see you in my next video. I'm getting emotional right now. Bye-bye.